Hello and welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jet Duxbury. Oz is behind the camera. And this is...
Lee from Korg.
Yes. Second video of the day. So if wherever this comes out in time, look for other videos, because we're lucky to have you here.
There will be more.
Second thing, I know what this is, but tell us what it is.
This is the MicroKorg 2.
Is it in the shop to try out yet? Because I saw this come out, but I haven't sat in front of one.
Yeah, it was announced at an NAMM show in January, actually. But that was just a prototype. But now we're actually shipping it. So this last week, I think, we just started shipping it. So,
right. So
yeah.
Good. I thought
they're available.
I was like, how have I missed this?
And there are two special edition versions as well. There's a black and a white version as well. This is the OG, which I thought we'd go with today.
What do you think of when it comes to this MicroKorg 2? What are the headlines?
The headlines are, we tried to keep the ethos really of the originals. So we've kept the program select genre knob, which was quite unique on the original. And we've kept the 5 real-time controls, which people love because they could just dive straight in and tweak the sound out. And of course, the vocoder. So that's part of the MicroKorg's DNA, if you like. But then we've added in a load of new technology, including this new screen. And what's nice now is, I don't know if you remember, but on the old one, you had this big matrix on the right where you had to kind of decide which line you're on and then start tweaking your parameters. But now it's really easy because everything's color coded with these knobs, 1 to 5. And then as you go through different menus, they just snap to these values. So yeah, it's super nice. And the screen's great.
That screen is... Yeah, Oz, you're seeing that on the monitor, aren't you? The screen is a wild departure. Great. That's what I saw on the launch. I watched Loop Up, I think, did a video on it. Yeah,
great video, and it really drills down into the detail. And what's nice is that because the MicroKorg really, although it's a pro-sounding synth, it's great for beginners to learn about synthesis and stuff, and that's where this new screen really comes into its own when you're looking at like waveforms and envelopes, and you can really see in a visual way, rather than just hearing it, what's going on with the sound.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Iconic sounds. Sound engine, is it different from the original?
Yeah, it's very different. We've still got analog modeled waveforms in there, but we've got lots of new samples in there as well. And we've got these things called one-shot samples where you can create kind of like patterns of using the arpeggiator, glitchy kind of patterns as well, which is quite cool.
Well, you got any favourite patches in there?
Yeah, let's just go through a few, I suppose. I've used this basically to select your sounds. You just go through here. So you select which genre of music you want, and then you've got 8 variations, and then you've got different banks as well. This is where it also is an upgrade from the original. We've got 4 banks on top of what we had before, so we've got a lot more presets and a user bank. So before, with the MicroKorg, it was always a bit, do I want to write over that preset? Some of them were really good presets, so it's like, well, you don't have to make that choice now because we've got just a load of blank banks to do what you want with. So have a listen to some of the sounds. And I've got, you've also got your favourites, so you can hold down bank there and then these 8 buttons become your favourite sounds. Just really useful, obviously if you're using it live, or just in the studio, you put your favourite sounds in there straight away. So then whatever's on the screen then matches up to these knobs. We could add some extra effects really easily. So let's go into our delays.
Mind blown.
Yeah, the screen's great, isn't it? So put the depth up a bit. We've got a second screen as well. We can increase the feedback. I just love these little graphics as well.
The graphics are so good. It's like a whole new design team. Almost feels like a different philosophy.
Yeah. The effects as well have been massively upgraded as well, because not only have we got better and more effects, we've got 3 blocks as well. So we can have modulation effects, delays and reverbs, and we've got an EQ on the end as well. So
and
you can really hear
the parameters in there.
I know, it's really cool, and it's very easy to access. That's what's great. Everything's sort of just there. 2 screens on these, so your reverbs, you can see those parameters, and then you can more.
Keybed, is that more keys?
It's the same amount of keys, but the keybed has been improved as well. So this is actually the keyboard from the MicroKorg XL Plus, not the original MicroKorg, which was always quite basic in terms of the way it responded. So this does a lot more nuance to it when you want to play, even though the keys are smaller. Same sort of keyboard we use in like our micro key controllers as well, which are really popular. So
they're doing really well.
Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
And in general, it just looks a bit sturdier as well, the construction of it, and connectivity wise, if they, because I suppose but you're still selling the original.
Yeah, we're still selling the original at the moment, so it's kind of weird because that keeps going and it keeps selling. So because people love that because of the look of it as well.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's a modern classic basically. The Micro, I think it's the best selling synthesizer ever made. So it's like, it's not a surprise really.
And those presets are iconic. I love the way. Can we go through that? Because I always felt it was almost like people are used to plugins now where you do keyword search.
Yeah.
And it was so ahead of its time to say genre.
Yeah, that's right.
And then to then have these subcategories. Can we kind of whittle down and find a patch with it? Maybe a young man over here, like Oz. Oz, you've got all the. Can you see the categories on the screen? Let's find a patch based on
I absolutely want to hear the game SFX.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's always some wicked stuff in SFX.
Let's go in there. All the way around.
And then you've got 8 ones, but you've also got 4 banks.
Yes, exactly.
I love that. So out of the 4 banks, which one do you want?
Future?
Yeah, I love that. And then 1 to 8.
We got 2.
2. Here we go.
It's got really irregular time signature, right? It's really good.
Korg, no one does it.
Sick.
Yeah, it's cool.
And that bowling with the bumpers up, like I just press in, but it all works.
It all works.
And it was all in sync.
And it's easy to see what you're doing.
Way easier.
Yeah.
The screen, I can't believe. So if you don't, the OG doesn't have a screen.
It just literally has a little 3-digit LED.
Yeah, and that's a great differential point as a fan of the original. When you said we've got rid of this kind of iconic bank of modulation possibilities.
Yeah.
Is there, how would you assign a modulation in this?
Modulations are, pretty easy. You just go into patch, it's called patch here.
Yeah.
And then you literally just set up your sources and then your destination and then how much you want to change it by, and you've got 6 per patch. So you can just flick through them here. So it's just easy. So if you want to assign something to the mod wheel, just go there, what you want to assign, how much by, done.
Brilliant. And we'll play loads of sounds at the end. We'll have a good old play on it.
Yeah.
Maybe do a sound only, I'm sure we'll do a sound only video. I've got to mention this gooseneck. Right, because not only the quality of the microphones has been getting a lot higher recently. We just did the King Korg,
yes,
and that had the best.
It's got that, the gooseneck on that's really good, isn't it? With an XLR input and everything.
Yeah, but it's a separate product on its own.
Yeah,
but this is way. If you remember the original kind of limp little,
it just had a mind of its own, basically.
Iconic though. Again.
Yeah.
Because not only that, check this out, vocoder, hard tune, and harmonizer.
Yeah, so you got different possibilities in there. So I'd play a couple of examples with a vocoder. So you've got your kind of, basically to get your vocoder sounds, they're all on number 8, so that's easy. So if you want to just check out some vocoder stuff, just select preset number 8, and then you can just flick around the raw vocoder sounds. So, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
So, one of my favourites is this one. So, this is called Huge Autobot Lead, so it's got that Transformers kind of vibe to it, which is quite nice.
We're laughing because we were watching videos about how just evil Transformers is, and like kids are watching these things and they're just beheading.
Optimus, please.
Like because it's a robot, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's robot blood. It's fine.
And then it's got like some nice kind of harmony things, like this sort of thing.
Very, especially without headphones on, that's really clear.
It's really clean, isn't it? Because a lot of the time with a vocoder, you can't. It's literally intelligible, isn't it? Yeah, and depending on what patch you choose.
And the amount of bands.
That's right.
And I've gone down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But sometimes I've played products where, and that was, I think the original had that magic again, where you turned it on and it worked for once.
Yeah. Which
was great. But Hard Tune's new.
Yeah, so there's some patches in there with that kind of auto-tune kind of sound to it, and also it's got like pitch to voice as well. It means you can kind of sing and then it'll play a sound back for you, which is quite weird. You can have a go at that if you like.
Oh, yeah.
So let me just find the sound. Give me a sec.
In the night.
Oh, this is the one, yeah. So,
in the night.
It's crazy, isn't it? So you
I've never experienced that.
You're singing, and then it's converting the pitch into a synth sound.
Oh my goodness!
Sick.
Yeah.
Hello. Like vocal theremin.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How fun!
Yeah, it's cool. Imagine the sort of creative possibilities of that as well, because that's just using a fairly simple kind of square wave or sine wave type sound. But yeah, imagine.
And perfect for so many lead singers have had a microKorg by the side of them for that little bit.
Yeah,
and that's a very vocal centric thing. Hard to and then harmonise it. How many? Do you know how many voices we can harmonise?
I think it's 2 or 3. So yeah,
cool.
It's quite cool.
So you get a 3-part harmony going.
Yeah, so you can play a note and then it'll sort of approximate what the other harmonies are depending on what note you play.
Great, we'll have a play with that at the end.
Yeah.
And so in terms of expandability, the Korg, you showed us a product. We just showed me the Nautilus.
Yes.
And how that's progressed.
Yeah.
I suppose in this new era as well, you can do that with this.
Absolutely, yeah, because it's all firmware updatable. So I'm guessing this is only really the first step on the journey, but it's a pretty cool step.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Loop recorder, hit me. I can see it in the middle.
Yes.
How do we incorporate? That's new in MicroKorg land.
That is brand new, yeah, in the MicroKorg 2, and yeah, it's just a little loop recorder. It's an audio recorder, which is quite cool. So, and that loop can be anywhere between, just 1 bar or less even, up to quite a long period of time. So you can create some really nice loops. I can show you how it works.
Yeah,
it's
please.
Really easy. Let's select this sound here. This is just an arpeggiated kind of, again, a game sound. So if we wanted to record that into the looper, all you have to do, first of all, lock the tempo, because what that does is it means that if I go to another patch which is tempo based, that'll also lock to that same tempo, which is obviously important when you're looping. So we've turned that on. I'm going to hit record and then press play. It'll give me 1 bar in, and then I can record. There's our loop. So now we're free to go and find a different sound. Let's go into techno, maybe classic bank. Turn on the op. So we're ready to record. But also, you've got an audio input. So I've got my phone down here, and we can plug in and record external sources as well.
Audio recorder. Can you edit the loop after you've gone in? Can we like change the timing of the loop?
You can. I'll show you that in a minute, actually, which is nice. Yeah. So let's just get this loop going. So then I can go in and find another sound.
So sick. And
was that clipping though, big time?
No.
It sounded like it was, but
no. You did well. We can see the waveform. It's just fire. It's a fiery beast.
It's just a fiery thing.
But also, you did well good there doing the
syncing.
That's the type of stuff people are. Oh, you could never try to do it. You can actually. If you got good timing, you can do it.
And the other thing I wanted to show you is you were talking about the length of the loop and stuff like that. There's a few things you can change in here. So if I hold this down, it tells you how long the loop is there. So it can be quite long.
Yeah.
Or just one semiquaver you want, or 1/16. Let's leave it as it was, because I want to show you actually the other screen, which is this one, which is stutter.
Love it.
So let's play it back. And you can change the length of the stutter as well. You can also change the offset. So yeah, the mangling sort of audio capabilities are amazing.
Can we do anything with the playback direction or things like that?
Not direction, I don't think. Only the length.
That's still and that's audio going stereo as well.
Yeah, stereo, and you can change the rate as well. So if you want to do something a bit more crunchy and lo-fi, you can record that way as well, which is cool. Yeah. So this is a completely new kind of element to the microphone.
It's always the ultimate keyboard, just to go into a band, the band without a keyboard, and someone's like, oh, well, we've got some synth sounds we put on the record.
Yeah.
And then the vocals, and everyone's like, hang on, synths are pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
it gets
right.
you in, and I think this is so much more engaging. That screen.
It is, because also if you're in a rehearsal or something, you just get I'm playing around, get some ideas down.
Yeah.
Looping and stuff, and it's just great.
Just out of the mixing desk.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, I just wanted to talk as well about the upgraded effects section, and also the fact the architecture is slightly different in this. Not to get boring, but it basically means that you've got two layers. So if you take a sound like this, you can have two completely independent things happening. You can have that nice pad sound, and then you can have that arpeggiated pattern as well. So if I turn off the ARP, you just got that.
Is that Bi-Timbrality?
Yes,
so they're two
completely separate entities. They even can be addressed by separate MIDI channels externally. So if you're sequencing and stuff, that's really cool. So
you bought this. Someone else goes, well, I want to play that bit. You
could do that, or sequence it in your DAW, whatever you're doing.
That's a big time upgrade.
Yeah, it's cool.
And in terms of you said the boring bits, it's sometimes if it was a synth with it all exposed, we'd be going through the oscillators.
Yeah, exactly.
What roughly is the architecture behind a patch?
So you've got 3 oscillators per timbre or timbre, however you want to say it, and then also a noise generator as well. So, and that's again where the screen comes in nicely, because you can go in and set. In fact, let's go to initialize patch just to show you how easy it is.
In it.
Yeah. So we've got a saw wave there. Go into here, and then you've got a scope as well. So you can actually see the wave, and then when you change that, that'll be reflected. You can shape it. I just love how visual this is. Yeah, it's great. And then you've got all your regular waveforms, plus you've got DWGS, which are sample-based waveforms. 64 of those, and one-shots, like I was saying earlier. So like percussion sounds, basically.
Can you put your own samples in?
You can't put your own samples into this one.
Okay, cool.
So you're fixed to these.
That scope. At my music college, these were in every room, the original.
Yeah.
And again, it's very esoteric. Even now, I mean, people watch me struggle every week with the basics of synthesis. The scope makes a big difference.
It does, and you can even just turn that on any time. So whatever sound you've got on, so you've got one of the presets.
You say someone, a square wave, in trying to make people hear it, seeing it, and even just seeing like the symbol of it's not enough.
Yeah. So at any point you can just press scope there on the main screen, and then you're in there straight away. You get a really nice kind of visual feedback. Another thing that's cool is if you press function, you've got all your kind of boring things like initializing the sound and copying and stuff like that, but you've also got the manual. You can just got a QR code which you can scan, which I've never seen before.
That's so futuristic.
Yeah, which is just really handy. Rather than having to go on the website and look it up.
Poor us every week.
Yeah, exactly. I really like that. But the coolest thing I think is this, trophies. So you can earn trophies in this by doing specific things.
Achievements.
Yeah, achievements. So it's like trophies and achievements in Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. So you can, I haven't got all of them as you can see here, but like that one, you press info. You use all 3 vocal effects, which we did earlier.
A Korg, give Luke all the achievements, all right?
I need to know what they are.
That's a really good idea, though, because it's like incentivizes you to play around with it and learn features you haven't played with before.
Play with both minimum and maximum velocity. Hopefully I've done that one.
They're great!
Change an arpeggiator parameter. But the good thing is you don't know what they are. So you literally forces you to experiment to try and unlock these trophies.
It'll ping up if you've unlocked, just like in a game.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is so cool.
That to me really sums up the ethos of the MicroKorg. Not only is it an amazing sounding synth and easy to use and all that shit, but it's fun. Yeah.
Oh, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
That's sick.
My fun synth of the year.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Achievements. Let's see if we can unlock some doing some demos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, it's in the store now to come try. And we're just about 30 minutes outside of London, if you didn't know, in a place called Guildford. You can come try this thing. And also you can watch, you're doing great videos on the Korg YouTube channel.
Yes, yeah, you can check out my demos as well on the Korg channels.
Do it, because it's very in-depth. He's the king of this stuff. Would you mind playing us out? And I'll have a play as well. It's loads of audio, but yeah, check it out. MicroKorg 2 exists now and is available to buy.
Yeah.
Let's freaking go.
Oh.